Hi students, here are some reminders before we start our online class. Do not forget to write your solution. Fill in the student information box of your notebook. And do not forget to leave a comment after watching our online class video. Thank you very much. Keep learning and be safe. Hi again students, today is Tuesday and this is the second day of our week 10. I'm teacher Darnie and today we are going to have a very easy discussion, okay? So today we are going to discuss about addition and subtraction of decimals. So you're already familiar what is addition and what is subtraction. Now let's apply decimals in these two operations. But before that, let's have first our objectives, and that is for you to be able to add or subtract decimals up to 3 decimal places. Okay, and of course at the end of this discussion you are going to answer the worksheet that was provided to you. Okay, now let's have first our vocabulary. We have the following words. The first word we have addition. Again, addition. Next we have sum. Again, sum. Next we have subtraction. Subtraction. Next, difference. Difference. And the last word we have decimal point. Decimal point. So these words, you are familiar already with this word, so I know you know the meaning of these words already. Now let's discuss first addition of decimals. We have here an example. Find the sum of 154.87 and 65.2. So if you could see our numbers here, and by the way, we have here the word sum. So again, when we say sum, that is the answer when we do addition. So therefore, our operation will be addition. Now let's look at first our numbers. You could see that the first number that we have here, it's up to the hundredths place. Okay, and our second number, we have 65.2. That is only up to the tenths place. So how are we going to add this one? Now let's look at this one first. Of course, we are going to make sure that our decimal point must be aligned. They must be correctly aligned so that our decimal places will also be correct. Look at these two examples here. The numbers are the same. Which do you think is correct? Which alignment is correct? Is it letter A or letter B? What's your answer? The correct answer is we have, of course, we have letter B. Teacher, why is letter A wrong? Now let's look at letter A. Let's check first letter A. You could see here that the decimal points are actually not aligned. They are not straight. Okay, again, the decimal points are not straight. Now if, of course, our decimal point is not straight, the decimal places will also be in their incorrect positions. So you could see actually here that point 2 is almost aligned to the ones place. Our digit, our 65, is already aligned to the hundreds and tens place. That makes the number very wrong. Okay, so if we're going to answer in that manner, we will have a very hard time answering the number, or at worst our answer will be wrong. Now let's check letter B. Let's evaluate letter B. So you could see here that, okay, the decimal point are correctly aligned. And if you're going to check the place values, the decimal places, they are correctly aligned. So this one is correct. So again, the first thing that we should do is to align our decimal point. Now, here, we can now proceed with the addition if the numbers are correctly aligned. So now we are, of course, we're going to start from the right side when we add digits. Okay, so we start from the right side, and if you could see here in our tenths place, in our hundreds place, we don't have any value, we don't have any number. So by default, we can just bring that number down if the operation is addition. Okay, so if there's no digit, we can just bring down our digit on the hundreds place. Or you could also have, or you could actually fill it up with 0. So it's up to you. So again, we have 7 plus 0, we have 7. Now we proceed to our next number. We have 8 plus 2, we have 10. So of course that will be 0, carry 1. And next we are going to write our decimal point. Now, this is the common error of the students in terms of adding decimal numbers or adding decimals. The students always forget to write the decimal point. Okay, so once you reach in this part of your solution, do not forget to write your decimal point. Okay, now if you have your decimal point already, let's proceed in adding the numbers. So we have 1 plus 4 is equals to 5, plus 5 we have 10, so that will be 0, carry 1. 1 plus 5 is equals to 6, plus 6, that will be 12, so that would be 2, carry 1. And of course we have 1 plus 1, that will be 2. So our answer will then be 220.07. And let's just write our final answer below. So we have, of course, the same. We have 220.07. So that's it. That is how you add decimal numbers. So that's very, very easy. So again, make sure that your decimal point, they are aligned to each other. Okay, now let's have subtraction of decimals. So when we subtract decimals, the process is still the same. So let's have an example here. Subtract 148.5 by 95.13. Okay, so let's check again these two numbers. Which alignment is correct? Is it letter A or letter B? What's your answer? The correct answer is, of course, we have letter B. If we are going to check again our letter A, so what's wrong with this one? Yes, the decimal points are not straight. They are not aligned to each other. So if they are not aligned, therefore, our place values, the numbers are also incorrect. Well, they are correct, but they are aligned incorrectly. So the numbers, the answer will be, of course, totally wrong. Now let's go back. Let's check again letter B. Teacher, look at this one. The decimal point is straight. The place value are correct. So then we can now subtract our number. Okay, now if you are going to look at our first number here, we only have up to 10th place. So of course we are going to fill in, we're going to add 0, especially that this is subtraction. So let's add 0 to the 100th place. Now we can proceed with our subtraction. Of course, we cannot subtract 3 from 0, so we are going to borrow. So we're going to borrow 1 from 5. So 5 became 4, and 0 became 10. Okay, now 10 minus 3, we have 7. Next, we have 4 minus 1, we have, of course, 3. And of course, do not forget to write your decimal point. Okay, take note, if we don't have decimal point, that will be considered as a whole number. Okay, so our answer will be wrong. So you need to write your decimal point. Okay, so after writing your decimal point, let's proceed. We have 8 minus 5, we have 3. 4 minus 9, can we subtract 4 minus 9? Of course, we cannot subtract 9 from 4. So we are going to borrow. So we borrow 1 from 1, that became 0, and 4 became 14. 14 minus 9, we have 5. And then, of course, that's already 0, so this will be our answer. We have 53.37. Okay, of course, we're going to write our number below. We have here, then we just write answer and then 53.37. So that is our final answer. So that's it. That is how you add, that's how you add and subtract decimal numbers. Okay, so let's answer now your activity, which is activity number 22. Again, you have 3 papers. We have for your worksheet and then for your solution. So that's very easy. You have addition and then you have subtraction. Do not forget again to write your solution on your paper. You have your solution paper. Do not write it on your notebook, okay? Do not write it on your notebook. So again, that's it. That ends our discussion about addition and subtraction. It's very fast, I know, because that is very, very easy. Just take note, when we add or subtract decimals, make the decimal point straight. It must be aligned to each other. Okay, so again, if you have question regarding with our discussion for today, just message us, your teachers, in our line group. We are happy to assist you anytime if you have questions. So once again, that ends our discussion about addition and subtraction of decimals. Keep learning, everyone. Stay safe. Have a nice day, kids.